In this video, we're going to look at finding the area of a circle on Khan Academy. Now, the formula for finding the area of a circle is pi times the radius squared, where the radius is the distance from the center of the circle to any point on its perimeter or circumference. We may also, in this video, need to use this formula. Circumference equals pi times diameter. And the diameter is always twice the radius. And the radius is always 1/2 the diameter. Now, this symbol pi in math is a mathematical constant, defined as the ratio of a circle's circumference to its diameter, and is approximately equal to 3.14159 or just 3.14. So when you see that symbol right here, that's just a shorthand way of representing a number in math, and that number is approximately 3.14. Alright, now let's jump into the con. Find the area of a circle with a diameter of 4. Well, here's a circle with a diameter of 4, and to find the area of a circle, diameter is not the ingredient we need in our recipe. The two ingredients we need are pi, which is always 3.14, and the radius, because the formula is area equals pi times radius squared. So diameter, again, is not the ingredient we need. We need radius. Fortunately, we can easily go from diameter to radius because radius is half of diameter. So if the diameter is 4, the radius is 2. Now we're going to drop this 2 into our recipe, and we get the area is pi times 2 squared. 2 squared is 2 times 2, that's 4. So the area is pi times 4. Now, Khan asks us to either enter an exact answer in terms of pi or use 3.14 for pi and enter your answer as a decimal. So we could just leave the answer like this, 4 pi, and we'll get it right. Or we could use a calculator and do 4 times 3.14 and get 12.56. Those are the same thing. 4 times pi and 12.56 are the same number, just different ways of representing it. Next question is very similar. It says find the area of a circle with a diameter of 6. And once again, the diameter is not the ingredient we need to find the area of a circle. We need radius. So if the diameter is 6, the radius is 3, and the area is pi times radius squared, so pi times 3 squared, which is pi times 9. Now in the previous problem we multiplied using 3.14 for pi. Here let's just leave it as 9 pi to see that we'll also get it right that way. Find the area of a circle with a radius of 2. Even simpler, because radius is the ingredient we need. So area equals pi times radius squared, which is pi times 2 squared, which is pi times 4. And multiplication is commutative, meaning we can do it in any order. So I'll rewrite that as 4 pi. Alright, excellent. This is a tricky one because it asks us to find the area of a circle with a circumference of 6.28. So 6.28 units is the circumference or distance around the circle. And once again, for area, the ingredient we need is radius. So we have to somehow work backwards from the circumference to the radius. Well, if we look here at this recipe, it says the circumference of a circle equals pi times diameter. So I'll rewrite that here. Circumference equals pi times diameter. Well, we know that the circumference here is 6.28, so let's plug that in for C. We know that pi is 3.14, so we can work backwards to find diameter by dividing 6.28 divided by 3.14. So we're working backwards from circumference to get to diameter. And I can see that's going to be 2, but if I didn't see that, I could use this calculator here. And so we just found that the diameter is 2. And now we can back it up one more step to get that the radius is 1. And now we have the ingredient we need to find the area of the circle, because area equals pi times radius squared. And the radius here is 1. So the area of the circle is pi times 1 squared, which is just 1. So our answer is just pi, or 3.14. What is the area of the following circle? Well, this is exactly the same as the problem we just had, because we just solved a problem where the radius was 1, and we found that the area was pi times 1 squared, which is pi times 1, which is just pi. If I had typed in 3.14, that would have been correct as well. Or if I typed in pi, like that, for pi, that would have been correct as well. These are all equivalent numbers. All right, excellent. Another work backwards problem. So let's start with circumference, which is 18.84. Now, circumference equals pi times diameter, or 3.14 times diameter. So I'll rewrite this up here in purple. 18.84 equals 3.14 times the diameter. So if we divide 18.84 by 3.14, we'll get the diameter. And we should get 6. There we go. So the diameter equals 6. Radius is half of that. Radius is 3. Area equals pi times radius squared, which is pi times 3 squared, which is pi times 9. Once again, we could write that in as 9 pi, or we could do 9 times 3.14. This one I'll do 9 times 3.14 and get 28.26. Final question. What is the area of the following circle? It says the circle's diameter is 2, so that means the radius would be 1. And the area is pi times radius squared, so pi times 1 squared, which is pi times 1, or just pi. So the key for finding area of circles, and this is true for a lot of geometry where you're asked to find the area or volume or surface area or perimeter, is using the recipe. And just like cooking in the kitchen, if you follow the recipe and put in the right amounts of the right ingredients, you're going to get the result you're looking for. So the area of a circle formula has 2 ingredients, pi, which is always 3.14, and the radius of the circle. So if you can get to the radius of the circle, you can find its area.